handheld.
I mean, honestly, I think we all need some night vision, right? For $47.59, is it any good? Do you think?
It has 2 and 3-year protection plans on it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well, look at the first one. How the guy has it mounted off a helmet. The first image. That's funny.
Yeah, that looks heavy as shit.
This thing.
Yeah, I mean, just night vision, so you can see what's around. That wouldn't be bad.
You could still use like iron sights or red dot too on your gun. You know.
Now is that like infrared spectrum night vision, or is it like legit fucking black voodoo, black magic fucking night vision?
It says infrared monocles.
So it's using an infrared light spectrum. Those things, if someone has the legit night vision, they'll see you from a mile fuck away.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't like fucking military grade shit or anything.
This is to give you, hey, there's something out in my backyard. Let's look at it better than just flipping on a flashlight.
Well, and if you think like that would give away your position, what would a flashlight do?
Right.
Flashlight can also double as a blinding, though. You can blind.
Yeah, fair enough. But if they're like sniping you from like 100 yards or plus away, and you don't even know that they're there, and you're like looking outside to see what the bump was or whatever with your flashlight.
Plus, you have to think 90 to 95% of the people in the world, or probably 99% of the people in the world don't even have this.
Right. So yeah, it would give you an advantage over basically like 19 out of 20 people on the planet. Probably more.
Well, I want to buy this one now for $50 and see how it goes.
Yeah, dude, review it. Make a video. Do a torture test.
Make videos. I'll come onto a chat and be like, "Hey, look at this that I bought. It works, or it sucks."
Or just do that. Be lazy. It's fine. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? This is E-Honda 420 and Friends here for 2A Taco Tuesday with E-Honda and Friends. And we're here to talk about gun stuff. All things gun. Like, I don't know, the pistol brace ban that just fucking got shut down by whatever court that was. That deserves celebration, I think. Don't you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can put a pistol brace on nothing I have. That's great.
Well, I mean, the injunction's there. So it's currently now it's legal, but it still can go back if the Supreme Court's like, hey, just kidding.
Right, but I don't think it's likely that the Supreme Court is going to, with all of the different rulings that they've had recently that have been pro Second Amendment, I don't think that they're going to do it. You know what I mean?
Fully agree. But once this does happen, I am so getting a 300 blackout and putting my suppressor on it for home defense. Wait, did that have 1 star? I didn't even look at the star ratings. Oh, it's a 4.5 star or 3.5 star.
Junk arrived broken.
If those are the only 2 1 stars, that's not too bad.
I mean, for $50, I'll give it a try.
Can attach the headgear without modifications. Cheap, but just take a wire clothes hanger, do a little twisting.
Do you have a helmet to put it on like this dude?
No.
Oh, that's
I'm trying to hold it in my hand.
Fair enough. Or just like JB welded onto a gun.
I will mount that to my SIG 365. That's iron sight. I want to have it mounted to the back of it so I can still read the irons.
I mean, honestly, dude, we were talking about night vision the other day, and like we were looking at like night vision scopes and infrared scopes and shit like that, and like the cheapest IR scope that I could find that would actually go on a gun was like $4,000 fucking dollars, dude.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah,
And that's
why I
like
don't have them
that's some
where it
dear
goes
Santa
on
shit
the
right
gun.
there. He's like, I'm not spending $4,000 on nothing that can't fucking suck my dick and drive me to work, you know?
Yeah, I got US night vision for fucking 3,600. The fuck? Why you spend 4,000 for some?
Well,
I don't know,
that's
bro.
Why
Why
you
you
get
spent
something
what?
that mounts to your gun? You want it mounted to your head, so you don't. Have
I'm
to,
giving it-
so-
Yeah, I got the one that mounts to the helmet, and it's a monocular. It's not like dual fucking tubes, but it's one tube, and that shit works legit.
It's just a lot of money, bro. That's like
It's a
over
Honda
3.
Civic. It's
That's
just a Honda Civic. It's fine.
3 of my motorcycles plus some change.
Yeah, but he can use that half the time. You can't use your bike half the time.
Literally, you can. Like literally, half the time you can use your bike in Colorado.
You can't use 3 bikes half the time, though.
Oh, that's true. Okay, fine. You got me. All right. You know,
I mean, you can try.
Oh,
there's
you
this
can
guy.
definitely
Okay,
try.
there's this guy who welded the frames of a couple motorcycles together, and then put like a fucking trailer kind of thing behind it and turned it into a chariot. And then he's got like fucking 2 different cords that you pull on from the chariot seat. Like one pulls the
What the
throttle and the other pulls the brakes. And then you can like, I forget how you steer it, but it's kind of cool.
That just sounds sketch as fuck, but kind of cool in the same way.
Well, dude, riding a chariot around was probably sketchy as fuck. Like the Roman times. Like
Oh, the
horses
horse
have
just
brains
decides
of their
it wants
own.
to go left. Yeah, this wants to go left. Oh, we're fucked.
I want to go left. No, the other left. God damn it.
If it weren't for women, all men would live like this until the end of time.
I live like that now. I got a Japanese floor mattress, so
I mean, I would
That's
like to
actually
have
how it
something
looks.
under the bed. It doesn't need like the floor is kind of. I'd like to have it off the floor.
So yeah, I'm fat as fuck. Getting up off the floor like that every morning would not happen.
Exactly.
That's not really the reason. I'd be more worried about like, oh, we've got the apartment has bugs or something, and now my bed has bugs too. Great, like that kind of thing.
Or there's a random rat running across your face.
Right, or that.
If your apartment had bugs, whether your bed was off the floor or not, your bed would have bugs.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the least of your problems.
Bugs are gross.
But it's good protein, apparently.
Good for protein.
For small tier.
I saw this. I thought it was funny.
That's
What are
funny.
these rounds right here? What is this for,
20 mil?
bro? Can I get one of those?
It says looks like 20 mil. It may be that that Dishka that's 12 something. The
Well, it
50
looks like it's
cal.
bigger than 50 BMG, whatever it is. It's like
Well,
it's
right-
thicker.
The Russian one is bigger than 50 BMG.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Might be
Kinda
20
like
mil.
it.
I don't know.
It appears to be a planet where elite pedophiles keep the citizens in a constant state of fear by hyping a seasonal flu.
Yep, makes sense.
Weird.
Bro,
Dude, how many dystopian like movies have been about a government like creating a disease to control people? I know V
Like
for
a good-
Vendetta. That's definitely
Yeah,
one, but
I'd say like a good 40% of them are like that.
And like when the shit came out, remember the movie Outbreak with the monkey?
Yeah.
And everybody was like watching Outbreak and fucking freaking out because they thought that was what was going on. Oh my god, dude. I wish I could go back in time and fucking I mean, we all knew something was up, but we didn't really know what was going on and just have like the knowledge of what we know now and just go have a conversation with myself for like an hour and be like, okay, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And then you should do this and then put your money in here. And like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, what are you going to do? And here's your Nerf monocle, which is what started the whole night vision conversation a little bit ago anyway. So this guy's going to demonstrate the Nerf, literally Nerf night vision monocle that you can buy on Amazon for $30 right now. Check this shit out. It's Nerf or nothing. Look, it's like shitty night vision, but for $30 fucking dollars, dude? Like Nerf.
I mean,
God
in
damn.
your house, in your backyard, could that be enough?
I mean, would it be better to have a flashlight? Probably. Would it be better to have that than nothing? Probably.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's a video of it, but remember when Call of Duty, I think it was like Modern Warfare 2 was selling those, like, oh, if you buy the, pre-order the whatever edition, they gave you like a toy night vision goggle thing. Makes me wonder how good was that.
M. Gabriel says, does it have a Picatinny mount? No, it's got the Nerf version of their mount or whatever. So you'd have to like figure out a way to hold it or whatever. But yeah.
There's gonna be somebody on YouTube who's gonna modify it.
Yeah, they'll like take it apart and put a better lens in it and fucking.
Someone's gonna have that mounted to an AR at some point.
Yeah,
I'm sure someone already does, bro. Like honestly, I bet if you fuck it, let's Google search it.
There's also night vision I can see real good for 200.
Yeah. Now, if it just came out, it might not be.
Yeah, let me see, 200 yards.
Oh, that's not real. I was like, see there? Never mind.
Right. I mean, if this is a product that just came out, then wait, let's see. Then, pretty soon it'll probably be coming. Those videos.
I'll give it a month or two.
Right.
Well, not yet anyway.
X out of 1 is Nerf for nothing. Yep.
Dude, Nerf guns are pretty cool. Like, look at this shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
When did they have something like this when we were kids?
They didn't.
Well, I think
there was stuff
did,
closer, but I'm sure it was some money.
Yeah, but it was not as much, and it costed a lot.
Yeah, when I did that Nerf thing, the big giant Nerf shit out in that football field, I still remember Nerf with the darts. I didn't know they had the balls now, and those hit a lot better.
It's all about the balls, shot red.
And now they got the ones with the electric battery pack. Oh yeah, it's a done deal.
Okay, have you guys seen the senator fight video yet?
Just saw that 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
All right, well, let's watch it again anyway.
I don't know who the guy you're arguing with.
Self-made.
It's a Teamster.
She was in the truck.
Oh, it's a Teamster. Okay.
Company. Myself and my wife was running the
Used to
office
be one.
because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours.
Can you hear
Like
this?
he's self-made.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Stop it.
Is that your solution?
Hold it.
No, sit down.
I'm Bernie Sanders. You cannot do this in my presence. You are a senator.
All right. Can I respond? Hold it.
I'll pound my gavel.
No, I have the mic. I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what he
it.
said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
Why did his shoulders go up to his ears? I was watching this earlier and I noticed that. Like, it's like look how high his. Is that just his suit doing that? Like, what the fuck's going on?
No, it's
Yeah, shoulder pads, dude.
It's the communism.
It's all the.
Communism weighing down his head.
It's the yes master.
Kind of look like
posture.
a strange linebacker.
My shoulders are too high. I'm Bernie Sanders. That's my Bernie Sanders voice.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's not. It's not bad. I don't think. Okay, so that. Remember the hockey kick guy, the hockey kicker.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
He's arrested on suspicion of manslaughter over the whole thing, dude. What do you guys think? Did he do that shit on purpose?
Fuck yeah, he did.
159%.
I mean, it's understandable that he's been
I mean, I'll say this.
Now they can play it
I
out
would
in
have said
court.
no, but I remember when we were talking about this, he said that he's done this in the past.
Mhm.
So it's like, whether he's not meant to do it or not, he kept doing stuff like that. Obviously, that was going to get somebody killed eventually.
Well, I mean, you're sticking out a piece of metal off the bottom of your foot and aiming it at someone's neck. Like, there's got to be a reasonableness of, like a reasonable person would assume that doing so would end in bodily harm or perhaps death. Therefore, if you do that, I would think the minimum charge would be, like, involuntary, like,
Manslaughter.
yeah, it'd be manslaughter.
Yeah, that's
right.
manslaughter.
So yeah, and I think he deserves it, bro, because like you were saying, this isn't the first time that it's happened where he's kicked somebody. It's the first time that it's happened where he kicked someone and it landed on their neck and they died. So that's kind of a big deal. But like, I don't know, man. That's not a move that's sanctioned by the NHL. So like, if it was like he checked him into the glass and the glass broke and the fucking like a shard like cut his neck or something, like okay, like no one could have reasonably fucking seen that happening in the middle of a fucking hockey game, right? Or done anything differently to fucking avoid it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sticking your fucking leg out and trying to aim your fucking skate into someone's fucking soft spot just below their jaw.
If you watch the original video, he actually like double kicks him like Liu Kang bicycle kick style.
This makes me lose all respect for the Taliban. Not that I had much to begin with, but they're fucking rollerbladers.
It's interesting they're running the Desert Storm Air Force fucking camis too.
Oh, is that what that is?
Funny thing, I was just watching a video of a girl shooting, but she was like on a skateboard, and the force was pushing her back.
These are the same dudes who like to do the bakalabachi or whatever the fuck it's called. Bakabachi. Where they pass around a little boy. Where they dress a little boy as a girl and sit in a fucking room in a tent with the little boy dancing and twerking and shit in front of them while they smoke hookah and like rape little boy's butthole. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Bakabachi. And the Taliban's been doing it since, I don't know, forever. Not sure when it started. Wait until the people who want to be left alone get involved. I think this is right around the corner, boys.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Well, it's going to be... When does it happen? It happens when you go to the store to buy food for your kids, and either the food costs so much that you can't afford it, or the food is not there at the store, or the store's not there. Something like that. You know what I mean? So one way or another,
The food's not at the store.
one way or another, the food that you need for your children to eat will not be available. And at that point, all bets are off, bro. People are going to freak the fuck out at that point.
Beyond like Donkey Kong, sons of bitches.
If you saw any of those videos from Memphis, Tennessee this past weekend, we were already getting into the food gangs now.
You tell. I don't know nothing about what's going on in Memphis.
It was a bunch of people looting a bunch of different grocery stores and gas stations and stuff. They also took out an entire FedEx truck.
I saw
the FedEx truck, but that's not like
I didn't see that. Where was that?
like no one's trying to feed their kids. You know what I mean? Like in that one.
Yeah.
Apparently they do that in China right now.
The Amazon one.
Actually, I would consider this one to be more of the candy gangs because it seemed like they were stealing a bunch of candy.
Have you seen the footage of what they do in China? Like when the farmers are ready to harvest their crops, right? It's like a gang that just comes in and just raid the farmers' crops, grab all the corn, or if it's a truck on the side of the road, like in an accident or a crash, they will raid that.
Dude, I honestly, okay, what was the movie where there were trucks that went from that didn't have drivers? They were driverless, like semi trucks of the future. Okay, Maximum Overdrive. And the point was like everybody's starving and it's a dystopian future. Shit fucking sucks. No one has anything. But these trucks have supplies on them that go around to like the government facilities or whatever and supply the government facilities with like the people there with food and with their needs. And so what the people would do is like fucking put out obstacles and stop the truck or like wreck the truck or whatever and then raid it and go off into the desert with their booty. Honestly, bro, that's not a bad strategy, especially if they're going to get rid of all the truckers and they're going to like get rid of everyone's jobs and everything's going to become automated and stuff like that. It's like, I don't feel bad robbing a robot. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's going to take a while for them to do that because, you know, government progress is kind of slow.
I'll put the link in the side chat for anybody that want to watch it. It's
Boston Dynamics. That's all I got to say.
So I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drink all my troubles away. And it's a damn shame what the world's coming to. For people like me and Asians like you. Holy shit, dude. They're fucking...
They're coming in droves. But that was already to be expected because we already heard about talks about this, about them going hungry and shit.
They're buying up all our fucking farmland. I don't know why they're hungry.
The practices of how they do things.
Yeah, they're buying all our farmland, farming it, and then selling it to people not in Asia.
Well, maybe if they quit spilling all the food everywhere, they'd have enough. Look at this.
Well, I mean, how else are we going to have pandemic illnesses get out there?
And not only that, and remember, their communist country is always known for trying to sustain a population of people, not go too big, whether intentionally or not.
You see how fast they grabbed all the food out of that bowl or whatever that was?
Yeah. Just with the sticks alone.
Mine. And
if you go to one of their restaurants in China, you might be eating food that was cooked in oil that they literally took out the gutter.
Oh, yeah, the grease oil.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. I keep watching all these, like, videos from India of, like, oh, here's how they make hair extensions. And it's, like, the grossest shit you've ever fucking seen in your entire life. And it's like, okay, like, let's watch the next video. Here's how they make paintbrushes. How can you make paintbrushes that gross? What in the fuck, dude? India, what are you doing? I have so many questions for you, India.
India has a lot of problems.
I mean, I guess when you have over 1 billion people and your country's like, I don't know, 3 times the size of Texas, it's not that big. You gotta fucking figure out some shit for people to do, and there's a lot of fucking gross jobs. X Adam 1 says, I asked you a question. I don't see the question. Oh wait, here we go. E Honda, I'm about to get laid off because because someone is selling me a P320 Icarus frame for $280. Should I just buy
Holy
it?
crap.
Sound like a deal?
Yeah. I mean,
Well-
you can't even get the complete slide and barrel for that.
Is that just the frame though, the Icarus frame? I don't even know what that is.
Grip module.
P320. Oh, okay. So it's not the P320 is the one that's got like the internal part that's the fucking gun, not the frame.
Yeah.
Fire control group.
Right, okay.
Oh, so it is just grip module.
Yeah, it's not a frame, it's a grip module.
Does it come with the fucking part that's a gun? X Adam?
I doubt it.
So then the answer is probably no if you're about to get laid off. Fuck. You're about to get laid off? That sucks, man. I feel like we're all about to get laid off, to be honest.
It's a possibility.
Well, me, kinda. But it's just working in another different account instead of with the government. I think that's till February.
I don't know, man. I don't know. If business doesn't pick up, I don't know what's going to happen. Daniel says 70% of India literally shits in the street. Okay, so the hair extensions, what they were doing was they were going into the like people's drains that are clogged and grabbing out those fucking nasty like chunks of fucking hair, and then they'd take like a whole bunch of those. I don't know how you get so many of them, right? And you fucking like start like combing them and getting out the knots and like sorting them by length, and once you get enough of a certain color of a certain length, and you sort out the hair and you wash it and you comb it and you treat it and you love it, and then you sell it to Americans for fucking money. I don't understand what in the fuck, dude. If you put hair extensions in your hair, you have literally like Indian butthole hair attached to your head right now.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know if it's 100% Indian butthole hair, but it's at least a portion. It's like a significant percentage.
If you're thinking you're getting a good deal at a store, that's the reason why.
Yeah, the Indian butthole hair.
Mind you, only certain women get hair extensions.
Going
All
back
of this
to
for
X Adam
$30? What?
Going back to X Adam 1, if he's about to get laid off, he should not be spending $280 on a frame grip module.
He says no, it's just the module. But if I don't buy it now, I'll have to get it for $350 later at regular price.
I would rather get it $350 at a regular price whenever job is secure. I mean, if the dude has 6-8 months worth of expenses saved up, fine. But if not,
Yeah, or have a job that's easily like, oh, I'm gonna be hired the next day.
right. But if you're about to be laid off, you probably already have another job, and you won't be about to be laid off.
Have you guys ever been laid off before? I have once. Actually, twice, technically, because of COVID.
Not really. I mean, they stopped.
Yeah.
They stopped. Whatchamacallit? Like, oh, you're supposed to work and they didn't hit you up. So I never technically got laid off or fired.
Dude, I like wanted to stop working in restaurants, and I finally got a job in sales, right? Doing internet business to business sales. So I'm dealing with business owners and stuff like that, and like no dumb people that I got to deal with. And I worked there it was just under 3 months, right? And dude, they fucking knew what they were doing. So they hired a bunch of people, myself included, to go around and like try to get all of the leads that they could in the area, go to every single business in a particular like geographic zone of the Denver metro area, and everyone had their own zones. The entire city was fucking covered, right? And after 3 months of everyone knocking on every door and getting business cards and contact information and everything else from all of these people, they laid us all off. And it was the way that they hired us, like the timing of it, and like the timing of us getting laid off meant that no one was eligible for unemployment. Because like the way it worked was like, oh, I got this new job in sales, so I quit my last job, right? Now I'm in the sales job. I've been there for 2.5 months. They lay me off, and then I'm like, oh shit, well, let me go try to get unemployment. And they're like, well, when they run your information, it was the last fiscal quarter that had already ended. That was the information that they had. So they had no information whatsoever that I'd even worked at this job yet, right? So I had to wait another month for them to get the information that I'd worked at the job, for them to like recognize that I had been laid off legitimately, for them to even start. And it was like, dude, I'll just go get another job. It's fine. I was so upset. I was like, booyah, I get unemployment. Never mind.
You said that your employment slow. How slow?
I'd say probably. It's hard to say, dude. Honestly,
from a year ago,
probably like 50%.
Ooh.
And that's company wide. That's not just my store.
Yeah, we're seeing it too. Our shipment counts down. Our weights tonnage is down.
Well, and then like that's fine until everybody's like, okay, now as a company, we cannot maintain the number of employees that we have based upon the sales that we're seeing.
Oh, so we have.
So hold on. So we're gonna lay off a whole bunch of people, right? And it's not only our company that's going to do that; it's a whole bunch of companies that are going to do that, which is going to make things even worse because now the number of people who don't have money has just gone up again. So then the number of products being sold out of companies and businesses and stores and restaurants goes down again, which means another round of layoffs. Like, I don't see where this turns around, dude.
It eventually will. But yeah, right now, like my company, we have furloughs. We've been doing furloughs for about a year. And then there's a bunch of people that they're cutting back hours, stuff like that.
Right, and that's what they've been doing at my job. Is like before, I'd bitch because I'd never get a fucking day off when and now it's like, well, every week I'm getting a day off where I don't have to work and I don't have kids, and I'm just like, well, that's not a good thing.
Well, I'm curious to ask for the one guy. I'll say, is your job like a necessary good, like a necessity good? That's what I'm trying to say.
Who are you talking to?
Ex Adam, if he gets laid off at the end of the month, this would be his third layoff this year.
Holy shit, dude!
Crap.
Damn.
Talk about a morale destroyer.
Yeah.
Well, again, like we keep talking about this thing. I think it's a Hegelian dialectic that we're heading into, right? And it's going to be. People are going to lose their jobs. People are going to lose their homes, their apartments, their everything that they've worked for, their life savings, the equipment that they fucking bought, the guns and stuff. They're gonna have to sell them to pay the rent, like that kind of shit. And then no one's gonna have money to buy your gun. So like you're gonna be selling your fucking AR-15 for like $200 when rent's $1,500 a month. Like that kind of shit. So I don't know, man. People are going to be upset, and people are not going to have enough, and they're going to look to the government for a solution. And the government's going to come in and say, well, if you just give up all of your freedom and your children's future and your ability to make decisions and travel and own things and blah blah blah, and take the digital currency and eat the bugs and live in the pod and take the shot and don't complain about it, and social credit score and social engineering and all the things, then we'll help you out. And people will be like, my child is starving. I'm going to die if I don't get help. Whatever you want. Like, if that's what it is, fine. It's the Hegelian dialectic, dude. That's what we're headed in for.
No, yeah, I was asking the dude that wasn't Honda, because I was asking, the job he works for, is it like a necessity good or not?
What does that mean?
Okay, I mean, like, stuff that, okay, like, you say you work at the restaurant, right? That's like something like some people will do without, because how times are tough and everything.
Yeah, Adam, he has contracts start up again next year. If he gets if they get a contract, it's over 300 wells and about 2 years of work. So it sounds like Adam's in the oil industry.
I think he's asking you, Foos, is the job that you're in, what you guys are selling, is it like a necessity?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I'm in the freight. I'm in the LTL business, logistics.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a necessity. That is. It's just the amount of freight that goes around goes down as fucking business goes down. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean we ship. Oh my god, I don't know. I looked and it was like 3 billion miles a day is driven for us.
Okay. I did a little bit of stuff in freight too.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon the only freight that'll be is people hopping on trains like the fucking Great Depression to get to the next. Like, that's how everyone ended in San Francisco, right? It was like that was the end of the fucking line. They had kicked them off the fucking train. Whatever. No one knows what I'm talking about. Fuck off. I saw this other. This is actually from Never Enough Ammo. Her. I bet he's thinking about other women. Him. Why did I register my pistol brace?
I know several people who did.
I just want to point out, about a year ago, I specifically told people not to register their shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell anybody what to do. You can do what you want. I told everybody as soon as they announced this shit that I'm not fucking doing it, though. Like, you do you, boo-boo, but not for me. Thank you. Turns out we were right. I don't know. Maybe I've got my own cognitive dissonance or whatever going on. My own confirmation bias, I guess, would be the more apt term. But I feel like I'm right way more than I'm wrong about. Like, when they're like, "Oh, here's the story," and I'm like, "Okay, let me look at it. Oh, it's probably this." And then like 3 months later, it's like, "Oh, Honda was right again." And it's not even that I'm special. It's just like fucking. I don't know. You get jaded with shit and you fucking start just assuming the worst. And when you assume the worst in a society that's breaking down and fucking collapsing, it's like, well, you're more often right than wrong, I guess, when that's the fucking scenario. So what I'm not prepared for is like optimism at this point. Compacting the trash in Gaza City. See, and there's not enough of this going on, I think, in our circles of fucking us looking at what's going on in Gaza and the IDF, and like all you ever hear is like, the fucking terrorists, or we're with them and we're Nazis now, and like the Jews, blah blah blah. Like, dude, shut the fuck up and enjoy some goddamn Arabs' cars getting smashed by a Jewish fucking bulldozer. That's all I'm saying.
I hope they got insurance. Ooh. I'm guessing that's covered by Allstate.
Yeah. Progressive's got it.
Are you in good hand?
Right.
I do want one of these fucking killdozers, though, man. Because I guarantee that's fucking bulletproof glass. Actually, look, there's a bullet right there that didn't get through.
Or some RPG shrapnel.
Look, they've got Arabic graffiti and everything. I don't know, man. I was talking to someone about the Israel-Gaza thing last night. And it reassured me that people who are not, directly in our group, who at least have some sense, agree with the fact that, like, okay, Hamas started this shit. The majority of people in Gaza agree with Hamas. Hamas puts their fucking rocket facilities and bases underneath schools and hospitals and shit. Then they specifically attack and target children and women and old people and kill people who are not like fucking military doing anything, take children and women fucking hostage, rape the shit out of them. And then when they get bombed for launching rockets and having bases and stuff, they stand on the bodies of their dead children and say, like, oh, we're the victims. Oh, we are the ones who are, oh, poor us. How dare the fucking, the Jewish people do this to us because we're so innocent. And I see right the fuck through that shit. Like, fuck off, dude.
Yeah, they're trying to pull the babies in the incubators bullshit again from the 6 Day War back in the 80s.
But apparently the left doesn't see right through it for some reason.
Yeah, I don't get it. And that's fine. I mean, I guess it's just another example of, like, my worldview being different than a whole bunch of other people's worldview. But then again, it's like, God damn it, it gives me like an aneurysm, It just makes me fucking upset that these people have so little fucking regard for facts and will they'll twist the narrative in any way that can suit them for some reason. And I don't think they even understand it. It's just fashionable, right? It's just like the in thing right now. And if I want to be in with the in crowd, then I better just turn the old brain switch off and turn the old fucking do what everyone else is doing switch on. And that's what they fucking do.
Yeah. This is current thing. I support current thing.
I agree. And it's a damn shame what the world coming to.
People like me. People like you.
Okay. If you guys have kids and your kid is doing this at dinner time, because he wants to go watch TV and play his games, do you just sit there and be like, oh, well, he's just not eating, I don't know what to do?
I would be whooping his butt.
It doesn't take much. All it takes is like, hey, eat your food. And he's like, whoa, Dad's mad? Yeah. But no one will ever raise their voice because how dare you raise your voice to a precious child? It's like, no, you're not hurting him. You're putting him in his fucking place. He's a 2-year-old throwing a fucking temper tantrum. And rather than being an adult and saying, shut the fuck up, you little fuck, and eat your fucking food. Oh, it makes me upset. That makes me upset. Not that I yelled at my kids like that, because you don't have to. You just put them in their place a little bit every now and again, not gently even, and they never get to this fucking point. But I guess if you have no nuts, if you have no testosterone in your body, if you have no balls to produce fucking testosterone, then it doesn't even occur to you. You're just like, well, I'm so androgynously fucking faggy that I can't even do anything about my child being upset. If he's upset, then I guess I just have to deal with this at dinner time every night now. Like, fuck you.
So Honda, so single moms should have balls too.
The single moms are usually fucking fed up and pissed off already, and they don't put up with it either,
Mm-hmm.
I did see a study, though. about single parents versus married parents. And it was like 40% of first marriages fail, 60% of second marriages fail, and it was like 90% of third marriages fail.
Mm-hmm. Because if divorce is in your vocabulary one time, it's always going to be in your vocabulary, and it's always going to be an option.
I thought you were gonna say another one. I saw one where single dads whoop single moms by a fucking mile.
Oh yeah, it's statistically proven that a child is better off with a single father than a single mother.
I think like babies, little kids need their mother. Once you get to childhood age all the way through teenage, you need your father. You need your fucking dad. You need him as an example of like, here's what a man does, stands up in the face of adversity, takes the weight of the world upon his shoulders, handles everything with a smile on his face and a joke, you know, and fucking like moves on with life like nothing happened. You see him get injured and it like doesn't even faze him. You've never seen the motherfucker cry. Right?
I'd say the first 5 years, the mother is the most important. From 5 to 18, the father is.
I'm just glad I have two boys. I don't know what I would do with daughters, bro. Like
See, the funny thing
You'll
is,
probably be in prison right now.
Even dads can raise good daughters if they know, the other stuff that what women needs and all the other stuff. But that's pretty much it.
So something about you having two boys is you only have to worry about two dicks in the world, not all the other ones.
Well, I mean, certainly it's true that like having like a teenage daughter. Oh my god, bro! I'd be losing my hair. My hair would be falling out from stressing out about what she's doing, and like all the hormones and crazy shit that like a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 18-year-old, 20-year-old fucking girl goes through and puts you through. Like fuck that shit, bro. Like I'm cool.
What are you saying? You'll be balding like Matt?
Yeah, you ever wonder why Matt's bald? There you go. Like, how many daughters does he have?
Too many.
Two.
I thought he had 3, man. No.
Just saying, bro. Just saying. There might be a connection. All right, we got 2 more Colorado people from Colorado Springs who were arrested over January 6th insurrection, being charged with crazy fucking felonies because they walked into a building, stayed between the red ropes, and left when they were asked to. Because it was an insurrection. Again, here's another example of something where, like, I look at it and I say, like, well, maybe there were some agent provocateurs. Maybe there was some Antifa in the mix, because there were. That's proven. Maybe some people made some mistakes by getting upset about that day and doing some things, right? Certainly things that it was not was an insurrection. Like, how many people brought a gun that day? Not very. There was a couple people who got arrested. Not very many, right? How many people shot their gun at police or did anything like that day? None. 0 is the answer there. So an insurrection, dude, like that is not what it was. It was worst case a fucking riot. I think honestly it was a false flag operation that was perpetrated by the fucking DC police when they opened the doors for people and let them in. There's videos of them like tearing down the barricades themselves, waving their arm like, "This way, boys," and leading them into the fucking Capitol building, right? And the people who followed the police, invited by them, stayed between the ropes, took pictures, didn't do it, like literally didn't touch a fucking thing, are being charged with crazy fucking crimes, put in jail for years in some cases, waited for years in some cases for their trial to even begin. There was at least one dude who died in prison waiting for his fucking trial because he was mistreated in prison and his fucking infection, his wounds got infected and he fucking died in prison, right? There's Ashley Babbitt who got shot in the face by a Capitol police officer while being unarmed, fucking Air Force veteran, and Like, there's been no riots, there's been no protests, there's been nothing about that. I mean, heaven forbid, like, a Black Lives Matter activist gets shot in the fucking neck while doing whatever unarmed. Like, that would be the end of fucking America, bro. That'd be it.
Yep.
But, yeah, according to the other people, it's like, well, there was obviously an insurrection, and that was what Donald Trump was planning the whole time, and if you don't see it, then you are indoctrinated to it. You need to go into a re-education camp. Like, okay, bud. I saw this. This is, I don't know if it's funny, but it is apt. All of the details of killing crackers are in here. Manifesto. Secure that document and protect the narrative. Fucking FBI. And again, like, we are living in an upside down country when the law enforcement agencies are enforcing laws on the law abiding citizens. And again, like, look at the situation with that guy in New York who used his lawfully owned, licensed concealed weapon to defend a woman's life who was being mugged and got arrested for it. Like, these things are happening all the fucking time, dude. Like, we live in an upside down society where standing up for what's right will get you in trouble, and shutting your mouth and letting bad things happen, like, you're rewarded for it. So, like, backwards ass society. It's right before the fall, dude. Shoes left by gun control supporters. Look at, the White House lawn. It's just so, I mean, that's the Capitol. There's just so many shoes. Like, look at how many people we have. Shoes left by gun control victims. Wait a minute. That seems like a bigger pile of shoes. But where are the people, though? I mean, you know, certainly they left those shoes piled up there, and they're just around the corner laughing about the meme that they... Wait, there's no memes in the 1930s? So where are the... Oh, the smokestacks? The ovens? That's where... Oh.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Never mind. Anatomy of a pew. You've got the bang button, the metal holdy thing, the magical fire dust, and the freedom seed. This is what happens when you shoot an AR-15 into the ground. Actually, this is in the Netherlands? No. Iceland. Iceland's having all the fucking earthquakes and volcanoes shit going on right now.
Yep.
But no, that's according to the liberals, this is what happens if you shoot an AR-15. It's like
Joey
Moses. Moses splitting the fucking sea. That's pretty fucking wicked, dude. Anytime someone mentions a young person dying. Me. Did he get the shot? You guys awake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah.
And there's this one. Queers for Palestine. Queers in Palestine. I still love the video of, like, I don't know, like when Hamas was attacking and all the things were going on. This motherfucker right here was like, singing this fucking like Arabic ass fucking like piece of shit fucking faggot song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just being and then they got bombed and he was like, and then they put the two videos together. Oh my god, it's fucking genius.
Yeah, that was so funny.
I kind of want to watch that again. Maybe before the end of the chat.
Oh yeah.
Siri, this is the HOA. You can't have a turret on top of your... Okay, do you remember Michael Crichton's Congo, the movie Congo?
Yeah.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
Where they had the auto turret. Is this an auto turret? Or is this being like aimed by somebody?
Oh, you can control those. That's one of the big station ones. That's what look like it.
Oh no, there is a dude in there. Okay, there is a
Yeah.
dude. I see him. Never mind. I thought it was.
If it was like the apocalypse, not to go to that building if there's a guy shooting at.
What's the heat he feeling?
Bro, what's the power he's feeling right now?
He's like, oh, it's the same power, just riding on a vibrating chair.
Beats the shit out of a fucking AR-15, man.
I hope he has a mask on too, man. All that smoke going in your face.
I don't know. He seems to like suck at shooting whatever he's aiming at, though. Like you see these fucking things flying around. Like this guy is what he's aiming for.
What the fuck is that?
Like a fighter jet or something? Helicopter? I'm not sure.
They probably hunting pigs.
Yeah, he's hog hunting right now. That's what he's doing. Only in Texas.
It's Duke hunting UFOs.
Oh, poor Duke. No. See, this is what happens when you shoot an AR-15 into the ground.
No, actually, that's a 45 ACP.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Math checks out, actually. All right, I was going through the internet the other day, and it was kind of making me upset. And so I wrote a message for everybody, and I'm going to read it here right now. Just a message for all my brothers and sisters out there who were sick of what's going on and tired of the gaslighting and liars cheering for the end of America. You were right. Trust your instincts. Prepare. Protect your family. Get ready for the fall. We will come out on top. That's all.
Yeah, that pretty much says it. Yep. Get ready, especially next year.
Yeah, dude.
Upcoming
I mean,
elections.
I don't know. I hope it's not as bad as I think it's going to be. I hope I'm wrong this time.
Yeah, I'm hoping that too. But
here's the pro Hamas crowd, and this is what it feels like, doesn't it? Yes, you are all wrong, and you're standing by yourself, facing 1 million people looking at you like you're an idiot. But it doesn't matter how many people are on the wrong side of something, just because they outnumber you, just because there's more of them that are wrong than us that are right, doesn't change the argument, doesn't change anything. They're still wrong. You can be in the majority and be wrong. It happens a lot.
yep.
Leah Thomas breaks down in tears after being booed off staged NCAA Legends event. Continuing reading below first comment. Wait. I guess I didn't have to read that part.
How can they boo this woman?
Oh, that's misogyny.
This
Right.
strong woman.
Yeah. Their strong Adam's apple. I mean, Eve's apple.
A strong they them apple.
Yosh says that guy got whacked, by the way. What, the dude with the turret? I believe it. He wasn't hitting anything. He was just shooting.
He was just spraying and praying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw this. I really want it for my car. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I saw that one.
You stick it on your window. Now you got buttons. But look, it's not just a middle finger. If you look at the clicker, here, look at the clicker. You've got the middle finger. You've got the wave, like, hey, thanks for letting me in. And you've got, like, the rock on saying, like good job or whatever, you know?
Don't use that third one in Chicago.
It's almost the shocker, but not quite.
At least it was the OK symbol.
That's racist.
Right. That third one means Latin king, so I wouldn't use that one in Chicago.
That means Latin. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Of course
is
it
that true?
does.
Now,
Blues
now,
Kings.
if it didn't have the thumb, then that'd been rock on. But here in Chicago.
I'm gonna throw around the Latin Kings sign from now on. Hope you guys have a good night. Rock on.
Yeah, with the thumb. I used to see people make that thing gesture even in the 90s.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's like basically just your thumb sticking out, right? That's all.
Yeah, that's the one I thought. I used to see people had it with the thumb sticking out.
German government considers legalizing child porn and lowering age of consent.
Germany's been going wild.
Looks like we know who's going to be on the wrong side of history in World War III again.
Man,
Like, why do we keep making the same mistake 3 times?
right. You think they get it right the third time?
Aren't they our allies now?
Are they?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, if you want to get into NATO stuff, but who the hell is to say that's not going to break down at some point?
As
We
of
got a
right
lot of
now,
relations with them.
I mean, I guess technically Germany and Russia were allies at the beginning of World War II, but it didn't end up that way. But it's not like Russia was a good guy in the end, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Canada leads world in organ donations from euthanasia for some reason.
I bet they're making bank out of that.
And I wonder who the organ's going to.
China.
I was thinking like some senators, prime minister.
Oh, I mean, if you're looking for like the adrenochrome, do you think they take the adrenochrome from the euthanized people? You know what that is,
Canada,
right?
probably.
That's really near the brain, ain't it? So
Adrenochrome is a drug that is supposedly okay. So, like, this is the conspiracy theory: is like to get the best adrenochrome that you can possibly get. What you have to do is get a young male, like 8 to 12 years old, and you have to torture him and scare him as much as you possibly can as you're killing him, right? So he's got the maximum amount of production of adrenaline and all of the other different chemicals that go through your body when you're being fucking stressed and shit like that. And at that point you kill him, and then you harvest from his brain his I forget what it's called, the gland that adrenaline comes from.
Pineal gland.
the penile gland.
The penile gland?
Pineal gland.
Pineal.
Yeah, and you juice that motherfucker, and that's where adrenochrome comes from. But I assume you could get it from someone who, you know, just died, and you just take out their fucking pineal gland. Pineal gland.
That kind of sworn we talked about this before.
Yeah, oh yeah, we have.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. And I don't have any direct proof that anyone's ever done this, but would it surprise you to learn that like Hillary Clinton was into adrenochrome or something like that? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I
No,
wouldn't be
not
surprised.
Hillary. No. She would never. How dare you?
Again, lawyers in the future, I'm not saying that's what's going on. I'm just saying if it were going on, would I be surprised? And the answer is no.
Damn.
Senator Ron Paul from, I don't know what year this was.
I've seen all these videos, mostly all these code.
But y'all should listen to Ron Paul because we should have voted him in when he ran for office years ago.
No one has the right to tell you you can't publish a book because you might libel somebody. Nobody tells you you can't own an automobile because there might be an accident. And nobody should tell you you can't own a gun because it might be misused. If somebody is liable, they have recourse in the courts. If somebody causes an accident with an automobile, this can be dealt with in the courts. The same way with a gun. If a gun is misused, it should be dealt with in the courts. Unfortunately, government doesn't enforce the law against those individuals who commit violent crimes. This gun sure looks deadly, but it's not the least bit deadly unless I point it at someone and pull the trigger. In the words of Thomas Jefferson, he said that we are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. And among those rights is our right to defend ourselves, defend our family, and to defend our property. Unfortunately, in every society, there are those individuals who will resort to force to get what they want. It's impossible to have a policeman on every corner to protect us, so therefore it is very important that we maintain the right to defend ourselves. No one has the right to tell you you can't.
That's right. Ron Paul for the win, everybody. Too bad he's like fucking old as shit now. Although I guess it doesn't stop other people from being president, huh? Affirmative action got me into college. We know.
I don't like how they do my wife that way. I don't like this at all.
Sorry to trigger you there, Leo. My bad. I saw this as a local guy. Colorado's ineffective sacks of shit politicians have made the lives of small FFLs immeasurably more annoying. Looking forward to that unconstitutional bullshit being struck down. I kind of feel like a piece of shit for this, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do besides stop doing transfers. Huge pain in the ass. Effective 11/13/2020. Background checks are now $40. You can thank Colorado's bullshit politicians for passing a 3-day waiting period. Now I have to make 2 appointments for every transfer. It's taking double my time. I apologize for the inconvenience. Vote better.
$40? Wow.
I mean, honestly, the gun shop that I go to usually, that's what they charge for the, like, it's 40 for the first gun, 30 for the second gun, 20 for the third gun, 10 for the fourth gun, and then if you buy like 5 or more guns, every gun after that's free. But when you do a transfer through them, like you like get a gun and you buy it and now you have it, and you did the $40 transfer through them, they've got a range on site and they let you use the range for free. So it's like kind of like, you know, I mean, a range is $20 fee usually, and then the fucking transfer is $20. So it's like you just paid for the range and the transfer. Plus, I want to shoot a gun when I get it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean.
Too bad I can't shoot a particular gun to see if it is nice or not.
Sure, you can. They're, you know, they have rentals.
Well, you know, certain gun ranges don't have certain rentals. Luckily, that one I went to up in Texas, they had the stuff I wanted to try.
Is this a prison? The fuck is that?
What's this?
Oh. Ooh.
That's why you gotta reinforce your fish tanks.
Feel sorry for the fish.
Can you imagine being down in the lobby right here? And you're like, oh, let's get some coffee, Susan, before we go out to do more shop. What in the fuck?
It's not like this thing happened at night.
Or I would like to order the fish. Here you go.
That's enough. Thank you. I said thank you. No more, please.
Says sushi, right? Raw, right? Raw and fresh.
Yeah. 1,500 fish died. They killed 1,500 fucking fish. And yeah, that's in Berlin.
Damn.
CIA chief William Burns heads to Qatar as efforts to contain Israel-Hamas conflict and release hostages continue. And I wrote, this is out of control, and news outlets like yours have done everything to facilitate every war, hiding truth from populations for my entire life. The MSM, like CBS Colorado, is just a mouthpiece for the government that no one would vote for if they would report the truth. Mic drop.
Yeah.
So here's the here's how BLM truly feels about Hamas when it comes down to it. Are you ready? That's good. Oh, here's some more January 6th defendants. Father and son from Highlands Ranch had to plead guilty in federal court to disorderly conduct from demonstrating in a Capitol building during the U.S. Capitol riot on January 6th, 2021. At least they're not calling it an insurrection here. And this guy goes, pled guilty. Surrender comes naturally to traitors. And I said, do you think that they had a chance of defending themselves in D.C. court? You're too damn high, because that's his name. He's too damn high.
Clever.
I try to be. And I also wrote, it's sad to see all you sheep cheering for this. Political prisoners held by a tyrannical government over fake insurrection that only exists in your minds. Even they know it's fake. They just pretend so you retards believe it. You are the useful idiots. Former Arapahoe County social worker Robin Whatever was found guilty Tuesday on a felony court of attempting to influence a public servant and misleading a court of filings of false child abuse report. This happens so fucking often. Like the CPS, the Child Protective Services Program in the United States, while it does do some good, there are some instances where people will, like, you know, kids get fucking taken out of terrible situations and put in better situations. It does happen, right?
Right.
But it also happens that something like 80% of investigations, so like a CPS investigation, they tear into your life, they come into your house, they fucking hassle you. It's a fucking nightmare. I've never dealt with it, but I've known people who have, right? 80% of their investigations come back with nothing. So 8 out of 10 people they put through the fucking ringer, and I think that they just want to bust people, right? So what they do is, I really feel like, even though there's no evidence whatsoever, and I don't have any substantial reports that are substantiated anyway of child abuse going on in this house, I just know there is. I've got a feeling in the back of my mind. I know this motherfucker's like hitting his kid or something. I just can't prove it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fabricate the evidence. I'm going to get this kid out of there. He needs to get out of there. I'm doing the right thing, right? But the thing is, like, what could be worse for a child than being taken away from his parents if he doesn't need to be? And I mean, the only thing that I can think of that would be worse for the child is him getting taken away from his parents because he needs to be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then, like, how many kids end up with, you know, like, further abuse within the system? You know, like, how many kids get raped or fucking pimped out or addicted to drugs, or like a lot of them, they'll get their social security numbers taken and taken advantage of, and they'll get credit out in their name, and then when they turn 18 they get kicked out on the street and realize, like, oh, someone stole my credit information and it was the fucking foster care family that was taking care of me. Weird.
Yeah, that happens.
Iraq veteran said, So we know the federal government censored all of us. What in the hell are we going to do about it? And he was talking about the whole YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitter files thing that came out where the government's censoring people, and there's like the office that in the FBI that would communicate with whatever the fuck her name was at Twitter, and there's probably proxies like that and other social media things like Facebook and YouTube and whatever. It's like, what do you do if you've been censored? What do you do if you've been unjustly censored in a country where we have a guaranteed First Amendment right to speak?
What's the state of Rumble right now? Like, how fast is it growing? That's all I want to know.
I mean, I still back all my stuff up to Rumble. And I will say that Rumble was a godsend when I had to fucking not be on YouTube for a little while. I still think it's smaller, but I don't know.
And what happens if they actually do get big?
Well, I mean, then they're going to have to resist what happens to every other social media company that gets too big. They get bought out, right? That's what happens every fucking time.
Yeah.
Yep. The money.
I mean, there's been talks to people saying, "Oh, Elon should buy YouTube." I'm like, even if he did and could, I'm like, I could see they really put a target on his ass.
I think Elon should partner with Rumble and Twitter should work together. And I think that
exactly,
like if you want to embed a video on Twitter, it should be through Rumble only, right? Or I guess directly onto Twitter or whatever. But if you want to like embed a fucking YouTube video, there should be extra steps. Like it should be a pain in the ass, and then they could easily do that without any fucking problems.
Mm-hmm.
Rumble is growing pretty fast, though. Not one single person who paid to rape children on Epstein's Island has been arrested.
Nope.
That's all I got to say about that. Many of them are still in power. They're either in office or a senator or they're a CEO of companies. Bill Gates. Sorry, that was weird.
Excuse you. Yeah. Probably judges, police captains.
Yeah. DAs, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Remember in Demolition Man where it's a future where everyone's a bunch of fat, androgynous, moo-moo wearing sissies and everything is illegal?
Man, did they get that movie so right?
It sucks how much they got it right. I mean, the only thing that they didn't get right is the fucking penal system.
I was about to say the 3 shells.
Even then, I bet someone out there has 3 seashells in their fucking bathroom right now. And they don't know how to use them either.
No, I think I'm gonna buy 3 seashells and just put it in the bathroom anyway.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the franchise wars. I want to know how Taco Bell won the franchise war.
This is true.
Well, right now, how many fucking restaurants are going out of business? Like, did they get it 100% right? No. Were they were they on the fucking track? Yes.
Yeah, but that was one of the cooler ones.
They got
it also depends on which one you watch because Pizza Hut actually wins it in the one.
I want to find that version. I still ain't seen that one.
I think it was overseas, like the UK and like Germany and stuff like that. Because there's a weird version where you can see they had gone to Taco Bell, but when they walk outside and there's that fight going on with Edgar Friendly and all those guys, it literally says Pizza Hut on the thing behind them.
Well, that's all the stories I had, I guess. We're about 10 minutes early. You guys got anything else you want to talk about for 10 minutes?
I would think of, what do you think of like U.S. and Iran right now? Right, because there've been like a bunch of missile strikes going on in Syria, and it just edging a little bit closer to war.
I think a war with Iran is how we guarantee to devalue the dollar to hyperinflation to the point where we cannot buy anything with our money anymore. And America as not even as a country, but as an empire ends. As a country, we'll continue. As an empire, no more. Because that's what we are now. I mean, it's the same thing that happened with Rome, which is why everyone's talking about like the modern parallels between Rome and the United States. Is Rome started as a republic. The United States started as a republic. Rome had like senators and everything else and like all of these checks and balances. America had senators and everything else and all of these checks and balances. Rome eventually became an empire. America, after World War II, became an empire. Rome overextended itself fighting wars in other countries that had nothing to do with Rome just to exert its power and maintain a grip on its colonial power that it had on its fucking, you know what I mean? And what has America been doing since, I don't know, 2001? Before then even.
Yeah, shoot, since the end of World War II, really. Hey, shoot, like even before that, we still had bases and in other fucking places and shit.
We got bases in other fucking places. We're America, fuck yeah.
Like I didn't even know they had a base in Syria. It's like, what the fuck? We got a base there?
Dude, how many countries around the world do we not have a base in? That's my question. Right. There's like 260 countries in the world or something like that, and I think we've got a base in like 90% of them.
Right. Like, how do we get a base in the UK? Like, how the fuck did we get a base there?
Is it considered a base or an embassy?
No, I think it's an actual military base.
If it's a base on an embassy, that would make sense. Like if it's an extension of the embassy or whatever, like that would actually make logical sense because of the fact you'd be able to actually go in there as an embassy and then just extend on, basically. It's super illegal, obviously, but
it would be illegal. Close by, not like far apart.
Does that mean we're based?
It means we're super based.
That's right. See what I did there? Security guard stops attempted robbery at King Super. I wonder where this was at. 60-year-old tried to rob two. Alarming and crazy. East Colfax, King Supers. Yeah, that's not near me. Ooh, Aurora. Dude, you guys have heard me talk about Aurora. That's if you're ever moving to Colorado and you're like, well, I mean, there's a cheap apartment I could move to in Aurora.
So you're saying it's better at Denver than Aurora, right?
You do not want to live in Denver. You really, really, really don't want to live in Aurora.
Oh, in fact, I just know somebody right now that just moved to Denver. Apparently, she's doing well. But,
unless she's making a fuck ton of money, bro. Like, that's the only way.
That wasn't the same location that got shot up, was it?
Everyone was talking at once. What?
That King Super's location. That wasn't the same one that had the mask.
No, that was in Boulder. Okay. That's a different one.
Okay.
I guess you should.
Aurora, Illinois sucks too.
Yeah, I've heard that actually. Aurora, Illinois. No,
yeah, I guess she's from Vermont, but she's out there going.
I've only been to Chicago one time that I can remember. Like, we went there when I was a little kid a bunch. I don't really remember it. But, like, this was when I was probably 14 years old. And my dad, like, knew some people in Chicago. And we were visiting family in Illinois. And we were like, well, let's go up to Chicago. And we stopped in the south side of Chicago to get gas. And it was like that scene from fucking Family Vacation, where there was like homeless people outside of the car. And he's like, roll them up. 100%, bro. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and end it here then. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope, look, here's India going crazy again. What the fuck? In a movie theater? Really? Who brought that many fireworks into a movie theater? Who thought this was a good idea?
I sound like kids doing prank shit.
That's a lot of fireworks for pranks, dude. I don't think kids have that kind of fucking money.
20-year-olds?
Possibly. But even then, it's India. Like, no one's got money. But I guess it's where they make the fireworks, too. So maybe the fireworks are cheap. It's a fireworks producer. This is a commercial.
How bad or good was the movie?
Apparently terrible.
Oh, it is Bollywood.
Bali, bali, bali. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. We'll see you guys next time. I will not be back until probably Saturday for Matt Never Enough Ammo's fucking gay chat that he likes to do. But I like to show up and hang out, so I'll still be there for that, maybe for a little bit of it anyway. And other than that, we'll be back on Sunday for another gay frog chat action, some hot gay frog action for you guys. So we will see you then. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Peace out, everybody. Stay strapped or get clapped.